So today's class we are going to discuss regarding Mycobacterium tuberculosis. So in the previous class also we saw regarding the Corynebacterium diphtheria, that is also one of the communicable disease, and this is also one of the communicable disease. 1 minute, some obstruction is there, it's not open it fast. So for that, what is Mycobacterium? Mycobacterium is a genus within the order of Actinobacillidae that comprises a large number of well characterized species, several of which are associated with human and animal disease. Okay, so we will come to know this species which is maximum responsible for producing the disease of tuberculosis and leprosy. And what kind is it is? It is a bacilli and it is aerobic. It can easily spread to the air. Then second one is this is non-spore forming, non-motile and rod shape. Bacilli, it's already indicates it's a rod shape. Rod shape. The next cell wall rich in lipids, acid fast bacilli and very slow growing. It's a very slow growing. Okay, I repeat, Mycobacterium. Mycobacterium is the aerobic bacilli, non-spore forming, non-motile, rod shape, cell wall rich in lipids, acid fast bacilli, very slow growing. Okay, in culture, under the culture of Mycobacterium tuberculosis, it includes non-selective and a selective media. So there are three general formulation that can be used for both the media. They are, that is three general formulation are semi-synthetic agar, then inspissated egg, then broth media. So these are the three: semi-synthetic agar, inspissated egg and broth media. So Mycobacterium tuberculosis, let us see a glance what this disease condition is. This bacterium that cause tuberculosis disease. This Mycobacterium tuberculosis has unusual waxy walls, is slow growing one and among the most recalcitrant bacteria to treatment, that is very difficult to treat. Then thin straight rod 0.4x into 3 m or 0.4 into 3 m on artificial media, coccoid and filamentous form are seen with variable morphology from one species to another. Cannot be classified as either gram positive or gram negative. The Ziehl-Neelsen technique staining employed to identify this is acid fast bacteria. Okay, so in an overall scene, if you are seeing the Mycobacterium is caused by, the tuberculosis or Mycobacterium tuberculosis is the causative organism for tuberculosis disease condition. Then this is an unusual waxy wall. It has an unusual waxy walls and it is a slow growing one. Okay, and one of the more complicated bacteria to treat. Example, with the antibiotics, it is very complicated to treat. Then this has a thin straight rod. Example, 0.4 into 3 m. Okay, then on artificial medium we can able to grow this one. Okay, under that artificial medium they had identified this is having coccoid and filamentous form are seen in this one with variable morphology, with different morphological characteristics when compared to one species to another. Like example, you can see at the side, this is resemblance of three different way how it looks like. So that means this Mycobacterium tuberculosis can able to resemble any kind. It is having the different forms of variable present for the morphology. Like example, appearance, then shape modification, then the cell structures. This everything are entirely having the differences, and over this only we can able to identify what kind of severity it is having, because these are slow growing, so their changes will be periodically taking place. So that's why they are showing the resemblance of changes from one species to another. Like example, if a person want to cultivate tuberculosis disease condition, it takes years together. Okay, for a baby, tubercular meningitis, this infection has to come. So this infection, it comes near about the child has to suffer from respiratory infection. Furthermore, the respiratory infection which is responsible by mycobacterium, then it will enter into the meninges. How it will enter? From the respiratory tract. The respiratory tract is having two technique. One is from the respiratory tract, the infection will go to the circulation. How? From the capillary blood via the alveoli, it will enter into the blood. Then it will directly enter into the left side of the heart. This is one. Second one, from the respiratory tract to the middle ear, because due to the short eustachian tube for the pediatric cases, easily the infection will spread from the respiratory tract to the middle ear. From the middle ear, it's furthermore descend to the back of the spinal cord. From the spinal cord, it getting first affection of the meninges. So by this way, the meninges was affected, that will leads to mycobacterium meningitis. Okay, this process will take months together to years for the child to show the signs and symptoms. So because over this morphological study and this medial, that means culture media study, they found that the colony formation and their growth, everything, it takes a lot of time. So which indicates that this microorganism is a slow growth one. You can able to see this resembles like this, how the growth on the colonies were formed and how it looks. So it's a patch like structure or jelly sticky like structure was formed. Now we'll see the how the tuberculosis were constituted. The bacilli, the constituents listed below are found mainly in cell walls. Mycobacterial cell walls can induce delayed hypersensitivity and some resistant to infection. Like example, how they can able to delay or how they can able to produce resistance. This is lipids will be present, which is having the structure. Along with that, waxes and phosphatides, these were present. Then second one is proteins induce tuberculin sensitivity. Proteins induce tuberculin sensitivity. And the third one is polysaccharides. Polysaccharides were present at the cell wall where it is present excess amount. So by the help of the strong polysaccharides chain, they can able to show the resistance as well as hypersensitivity that is induced by the protein include tuberculin sensitivity. The next, lipid, mucopollic acid and waxes and phosphatides. These are also having the responsibility to show the resistance as well as the hypersensitivity, which is the constitution parts of the cell. The next, pathogenesis. Pathogenesis, if you are coming for the pathogenesis, here the pathogens are inhaled aerosols. They had inhaled by somebody, which was inhaled by alveolar macrophages. That means from the nose, we are inhaling the air inside. Via the air, it has been entering inside. After entering inside, directly it goes and settle down in the upper respiratory. Then from the upper respiratory, it moves to the lower respiratory tract. Okay, from the lower respiratory tract, this start to be engulfed by the alveolar macrophages. So where the bacilli replicate and macrophages die, where alveoli macrophages try to protect, so it start the defense mechanism, try to block the microorganism. But in this battle, the microorganism defeat the macrophages and start to multiply and move further. From there, the infected macrophages migrate to the local lymph nodes. From there, what happened? From there, the respiratory tract lymph nodes also will start to affect. Like example, you can see here, from the alveolar, this will be from the alveolar, this will be passing to the local lymph nodes via the defeating the macrophages. Then from there, the individual develops. From there, the individual develops Ghon's focus. Ghon's focus. The individual develops the Ghon focus, which is called as the primary, complex. 1 minute, my internet is getting unstable. I think so. I'm getting obstruction here. Is my voice is clear? Students, you can able to hear me?
No, sir.
Yes. Actually, I'm getting obstructions here. It's getting struck. So
No, sir. Not
Yes.
proper. Your voice is breaking, sir.
ठीक से आ रहा नहीं आ रहा है? मेरे का आवाज भी ठीक से नहीं आ रहा है.
Sir, your voice is not clear.
It's
Yes,
flickering,
sir.
na?
No, sir.
It's flickering the voice.
Yes, sir.
So anyhow, maximum I'll try. Otherwise, after converting this video, I will share the link also. But be attentive for the class. So the Ghon's focus develops Ghon's focus. Ghon's focus means what, you know? Ghon's focus means under the X-ray, you can able to find out the primary lesions. That means between the ribs, that is the intercostal space in the X-ray, you will identify a patch-like structure will be present. Patch-like structure will be present. This is the classical signs and symptoms. Under the chest X-ray, we can able to identify that Ghon's focus. What is that Ghon's focus? Ghon's focus will be identified with the chest X-ray. Under the chest X-ray, between the two ribs, that is intercostal space. Intercostal space. Example, you can take 516 rib. Between them, what is the space is present? That space will have a patch-like structure will be present over. White-like shading, a particular circle shape or different shape, shading will be present over. That is called as Ghon's focus. So, and that is called as primary complex, where the disease was identified. Then from there, it has furthermore descended down to the cell-mediated immune response. Cell-mediated immune response, which helps them to stop the cycle of destruction and furthermore proceeding for their spreading. That means this microorganism is becoming much more stronger and stops our immune response and start to destruct them and start to spread. Then viable but not replicating bacilli present in macrophages. That means the bacilli will survive, but they are not multiplying. But it takes months together or years together for it. Okay, so this is the pathogenesis. Continuation of this.
Sir, could you repeat again pathogen?
Once again repeat करो. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. आपने देख लो.
Yes.
Point wise में आ रहा. Once again we'll see. Once again point wise. First ये microorganism क्या हो रहा है? First this was entering via the. First this was entering via our nose. How we are inhaling the air, or by inhaling it enter inside our upper respiratory tract. From the upper respiratory tract, it furthermore descend to the lower respiratory tract. The microorganism main action is in the lower respiratory tract. Example, upper respiratory tract to lower respiratory tract. Lower respiratory tract. Under that lower respiratory tract, you can able to see that particularly the particular concept was engulfed by the alveolar macrophages. That is, the macrophages which is present in the alveoli that try to protect us as a first defense, it start to attack the microorganism. But unfortunately, what happened here? The microorganism defeat the macrophages. So the bacilli will survive, but macrophages will be destroyed or died. Okay, so that indicates it has settled down in the alveoli. So that means from there it furthermore start to migrate. Sorry, from there it furthermore start to migrate. From there it furthermore start to migrate. Migrating where? Migrating to the lymph nodes. Migrating to the lymph nodes. So the lymph node will got infected. Okay. Example, the cartilages were present and the lymph nodes were present in the respiratory tract also. So here we can able to identify development of Ghon's focus. Ghon's focus is what? Ghon's focus is, I can give here. Ghon's focus is what? Ghon's focus is a signs and symptoms visible in chest X-ray, visible in chest X-ray between two ribs, that is intercostal space. Okay, yeah, patch like shading, patch like shading will be identified. So this is the classical signs and symptoms, and this is called primary complex. This is called primary complex. Then from there what happened? This microorganism is becoming furthermore stronger. Microorganism becoming furthermore stronger. So that means each and every cell which is having immune response, that immune response will be blocked, or this microorganism where the immune system fails to block this microorganism. So directly they stop the cycle of destruction. That means the destruction cycle was stopped and spreading cycle start to increase. So where viable but not replicating bacilli can able to be identified even under the immune system also, macrophages. That means survival of microorganism will be identified in the immune system. Clear? दोबारा एक्सप्लेन करना है?
No, sir. It's clear.
Okay. Next हम furthermore डिजाइन करेंगे next का. After this, okay, clinical presentation. Under the clinical presentation, if you are seeing pulmonary tuberculosis. Pulmonary tuberculosis to primary complex. Primary complex were asymptomatic. Under the chest X-ray we can able to see Ghon's focus. Okay, from that primary complex, possibility are there for healing. Possibility are there for, one second I'll show you. From the primary focus, possibility are there for the healing. This is one possibility. Then second possibility are there is possibility of the reactivation of the disease condition. So here reactivation, which is post primary tuberculosis. That means our macrophages carries the microorganism. Then after our immune system is becoming weaker and weak, this microorganism becoming stronger and stronger, and they make the environment favorable and slowly producing the disease condition. Okay, from there the individual will be falling to the category of acute pulmonary disease and systemic spread. It may be asymptomatic as well as symptomatic. Okay, वहां से क्या हो रहा, थर्ड टाइम में रीएक्टिवेशन होने के बाद acute pulmonary disease का साइंस एंड सिम्टम्स मिलेगा हमको. उसमें दो चीजेस होगा, आपको सिम्टोमेटिक भी हो सकता है, एसिम्टोमेटिक भी हो सकता है. वहां से वो फर्दर मोर स्प्रेड होना शुरू हो रहा है. ओके, कहां कहां ये स्प्रेड हो सकता है? ये स्प्रेड हो सकता है, ये स्प्रेड हो सकता है रीनल और सीएनएस. ओके, देन नेक्स्ट सिम्टोमेटिक है तो मिलियरी ट्यूबरक्लोसिस साइंस एंड सिम्टम्स हमको मिलेगा along with that pulmonary meningitis, that is respiratory tract also infected and meninges also infected. Okay, miliary tuberculosis, there will be a gray like structure, gray color sputum will be present and gray like structure will be identified between the alveoli. ये फर्दर मोर डायग्नोस्टिक एवल्यूएशन सीटी स्कैन वगैरह करेंगे, हमको क्लियरली ऑब्जर्वेशन मिल जाएगा. चेस्ट एक्सरे में भी आपको पैचेस मिलेगा. तो पर्सन कफ कर स्पुटम स्प्लिट करने के टाइम स्पुटम का कलर ग्रेइश कलर में होगा. ओके, so this mainly focused on two things, that is primary infection and secondary infection. So first we'll see about primary infection of tuberculosis. So under that primary infection of tuberculosis, if you are seeing the primary infection of tuberculosis, when a host has first contact with the microorganism, the following features are usually observed. क्या क्या ऑब्जर्व मिलेगा? फर्स्ट, एक बार एक्सपोज हो गया, एक बार एक्सपोज होने के बाद an acute exudative lesion develops and rapidly spread to the lymphatics and regional lymph nodes. The exudative lesions in tissues often heals rapidly. मतलब हमने जो पहले देखा जैसा, ये एल्वियोलर तक एंटर करेगा, एल्वियोलर में मैक्रोफेजेस को डिफीट करेगा, डिफीट करने के बाद लिम्फ नोड तक उसका पहुंचेगा, पहुंचने के बाद वहां पर इन्फेक्शन शुरू कर देगा. ओके, शुरू करने के बाद वो क्या करेगा, मैक्रोफेजेस में कैरी फॉरवर्ड होगा और कोई साइंस एंड सिम्टम्स नहीं होगा, ऑटोमेटिकली हील होने का चांसेस है. ओके, देन इंडिविजुअल रिपीटेड एक्सपोज कर रहा है सेम माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म का, रिपीटेड एक्सपोज करने के टाइम वो जो स्टोर्ड अंदर वाला स्टोर्ड मैक्रोफेजेस में जो स्टोर्ड इसका माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म का जो स्टोर्ड डिटेल्स है वो रीएक्टिवेट हो जाएगा. once again they are getting exposure, that is called secondary one. So we'll complete the primary one. यहाँ पर हील हो जाएगा. हील होने के बाद next the lymph node undergoes massive cessation. lymph nodes में क्या होगा, इन्फेक्शन का सीवियरिटी बढ़ते जाएगा. lymph nodes undergoes massive cessation, so which usually classifies. Then after that the tuberculin test become positive. So lymph node हेल्पलेस होकर ज्यादा साइंस एंड सिम्टम्स दिखाना शुरू करेगा, तो इसकी वजह से लिम्फ नोड एनलार्जमेंट की वजह से एंड ब्लड कल्चर के वजह से फर्दर मोर हमने ट्यूबरकुलिन टेस्ट करना पड़ेगा, द पॉजिटिव साइंस एंड सिम्टम्स. सो द ट्यूबरकुलिन टेस्ट में क्या होगा, स्किन रिएक्शन टेस्ट है. टेस्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन करने के बाद लाइक मॉन्टेस्टेक्स टेस्ट जैसा है, ट्यूबरकुलिन टेस्ट भी 4 आर्म्स में टेस्ट डोज देंगे और उसका सर्कल का साइज चेक करते हैं, एमएम कितना तक बढ़ रहा है. ओके, सो उसके बाद वहां से क्या होगा, नेक्स्ट द प्राइमरी इन्फेक्शन टाइप्स अकर्ड इन द पास्ट, usually in childhood, but now frequently in adults who have remained free from infection and therefore tuberculin negative is in early life. मतलब
ले ले होगी तो पी.
ले ली, मैंने ले लिया सर. सर आ गए।
कहाँ से क्लास छूट गया था, मुझे पता ही नहीं चला कहाँ से छूट गया था। कौन से स्लाइड में छूट गया था क्लास?
सर यही वाली स्लाइड थी, प्राइमरी इन्फेक्शन टाइप ऑफ
प्राइमरी इन्फेक्शन पे। सो प्राइमरी इन्फेक्शन सिंपल बात में बताना है तो हमने जो अभी देखा था, जो पैथोजेनेसिस देखा था हमने, सेम है। प्राइमरी इन्फेक्शन, छोटे उम्र में एक बच्चे को इन्फेक्शन हो गया, वो इन्फेक्शन क्या होता था, एल्वियोलाई तक पहुंचेगा, एल्वियोलाई में मैक्रोफेजेस को हराएगा, हराने के बाद हर एक सेल में जाकर वो सेटल होएगा, मैक्रोफेजेस में भी उसका मेमोरी स्टोर होता है। किसका? ट्यूबरकुलोसिस का मेमोरी स्टोर हो जाता है। सो यहाँ से दो पॉसिबिलिटी है, एक हील होने का, दूसरा कैरी फॉरवर्ड का। यहाँ पर हील हो गया, इट इज कॉल्ड प्राइमरी इन्फेक्शन। ओके, लेकिन एक बार वो बच्चे इन्फेक्शन के लिए अफेक्ट हो गया, द इन्फेक्शन क्या करेगा, फर्दर डिसेंड कर कर लिम्फ नोड तक अफेक्शन करेगा। लिम्फ नोड अफेक्ट होने के बाद वो क्या करेगा, ये माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म सबसेड होता है। सबसेड होने के बाद ट्यूबरकुलिन टेस्ट में आपको पॉजिटिव मिलेगा, लेकिन वो छोटे उम्र में मिलता था, तब वो बच्चे अडल्ट होने के बाद दोबारा आप चेक करेंगे तब आपको नेगेटिव मिलेगा। इसका मतलब आप वो डिसीज से बाहर आ गया। ओके, नेक्स्ट, ये कैसा बाहर आएंगे, प्राइमरी इन्फेक्शन पता होकर इफेक्टिव ट्रीटमेंट भी फॉलो करता है। सो दिस इज कॉल्ड प्राइमरी इन्फेक्शन। लेकिन ये प्राइमरी इन्फेक्शन वहां से खत्म नहीं हुआ, कहां ना कहां अपने निशाना छोड़कर जा रहा है। मैक्सिमम उसका निशाना और उसका मेमोरी बेस ऑफ द लंग्स में ज्यादा स्टोर हो जाता है। नेक्स्ट, रीएक्टिवेशन ऑफ द ट्यूबरकुलोसिस। रीएक्टिवेशन कब होता? द रीएक्टिवेशन टाइप इज यूजुअली caused by the reactivation type is usually caused by the tubercle bacilli that have survived in the primary lesion. कहां पर सर्वाइव हुआ था? at the base of the lungs में, second macrophages में। okay, so reactivation tuberculosis is characterized by chronic tissue lesions, the formation of tubercles, then cessation and fibrosis. ये stages फॉर्म क्या होता? ट्यूबरकुल अपना जेली लाइक स्ट्रक्चर प्रोड्यूस करना शुरू करेगा और सेल वॉल को और रेस्पिरेशन को ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन और सेसेशन करना शुरू करेगा, हर एक सेल को ब्लॉक करता है, देन फाइब्रोसिस फॉर्मेशन शुरू करेगा। The next, regional lymph nodes are only slightly involved and then do not cessate. That means lymph node lightly involved हुआ, carry forward करता secondary infection के लिए, लेकिन वो completely cessation नहीं हुआ। The next, the reactivation type almost always begins at the apex of the lungs when the oxygen tension, that is the saturation level, is high demand.
बहुत वॉइस ब्रेक हो रही है सर।
ब्रेक होकर आ रहा है, कोई इश्यू नहीं, मैं नेक्स्ट क्लास में भी आपको इसको कंटिन्यू करूंगा। नेक्स्ट क्लास में भी हम इसको दोबारा रिवीजन कर फिर फर्दर प्रोसीड करेंगे। ये वन ऑफ द इम्पोर्टेंट कंडीशन है, इसका अच्छी तरीके से हम समझ में लिया तो हमको एग्जाम के लिए बहुत हेल्प करेगा और पर्सनल लाइफ के लिए भी, बिकॉज दिस इज कम्युनिकेबल डिसीज। Okay, so these differences between primary infection and reinfection and reactivation are attributed. Resistant and hypersensitivity include by the first infection. Okay, furthermore हम देखेंगे नेक्स्ट क्लास में, आपको दोबारा मैं एक्सप्लेन।
कोई भी ना बोलता है।
मेरा कनेक्शन में स्टेबल नहीं हो रहा, आज की क्लास हम यहाँ पर क्लोज करेंगे। दोबारा मैं ये टॉपिक वन सेकेंड रिपीट करूंगा, दोबारा वन सेकेंड ये टॉपिक रिपीट कर नेक्स्ट क्लास में हम ये ट्यूबरकुलोसिस क्लोज करेंगे। मैंने आपको दैट मींस ये छोटा सा टॉपिक है, हम एक क्लास में क्लोज कर सकते हैं, लेकिन एक बार हमने इस डिजीज कंडीशन को अच्छे से समझ में लेना है। ओके
ओके सर।
किसी ने स्क्रीनशॉट ले लिया था अटेंडेंस के लिए?
यस सर, ले लिया।
मुझे वो शेयर कर दो, अभी आप क्लास लीव कर सकते।